Hello everyone. So in this particular video we will be discussing about the medical devices. What are the global statistics of medical devices? What is the medical device segment in India and globally? And also about the regulatory regulations which are being practiced in India. So first we will be discussing about what are medical devices. So, medical devices, in simple terms, if we say what is medical device, it is basically any instrument, apparatus, appliance, software, implant, material which is intended by the manufacturer to be used or in combination for the human beings for specific reasons. There are multiple reasons for which medical device can be used. It can be because of a diagnosis purposes. It can be because of prevention purpose. It can be monitoring, it can be prediction and treatment. So you can see here, this is a figure which is representing there are many types of medical devices which is used for a particular part of a human body. For example, for brain they are using deep brain stimulators. For pacemakers that has been used for heart to trace the readings and everything. Then there's a hip replacement which is being done. That is for the treatment purpose also. So, and for the elbow there's a total elbow replacement. So these are some of the treatment, diagnosis and prevention monitoring instruments or medical devices which is used by human beings. Now this particular figure is I have taken this from the WHO site only. So this is representing how the medical devices are being used in different health facility, how the medical devices are being used in innovations, regulations, health assessment technologies and clinical procedures. So for medical device regulations, if I talk about, they are at nomenclature, quality standards. Quality standards will include ISO certification like ISO 13485, risk management system, ISO 14179, and there are many product standards as well. And for clinical procedures also, there are many medical devices which undergo preclinical phase and the clinical phase. So preclinical phase generally include the animal testing part, and the clinical phase generally include the part which is being tested on humans. Either it can be a pilot scale study as well or more than that as well. And in healthcare facilities, it is used in many district hospitals, in specialized hospitals as well. Like there are MRI machines which are being used for different purposes like diagnosis, treatment in different healthcare facility. In health technology assessment, which is used for cost, operation, for vendors that comply various kind of specifications of the medical devices. Also, the medical device information, basically what is the medical device used for. For example, there is a NPWT device which exists in the market which is used for advanced wound healing purpose. So that is defining the purpose of use of that medical device. So complete information of the medical device. Also, medical devices are being used in various kinds of research and development for low resource settings as well. Like low cost medical devices are also available in the market. For example, in the time of corona, there was a launch of oximeter, through which you can just just put it on your finger, and the whole reading of your oxygen and the heart rate and the pulse rate is being recorded at that particular instrument. So that was a low cost instrument which can be used in every home, basically home care part. So this is how the medical device information system is working for WHO healthcare part. Now, what is the medical device market globally? So this market has reached nearly about $456.8 billion in 2022. This was being recorded, and it will be growing at a like from 2015 it was growing at a 3.5% rate. Now it has been expected that in 2025 it would be 62 billion market, which is growing at a rate of 7.7%, and this is expected to grow. So by 2030 it has been expected that it will be reaching about $863 billion in 2030. Also, this is a graph which is representing how the medical device is growing and how the countries are being ranked, like the USA, Europe, China, Japan, along with India. They are one of the fastest growing markets of medical devices, which is being representing here. So this chart is representing how till 2030 it will be growing. If I talk about the medical device segment, so the device segment includes the diagnostic part, the IV, that is in vitro diagnostic part, orthopedics, consumables, patient aids, other and various dental products. So this chart is representing how the USD in US dollars, how it has been depicted in 2015, the market segment, and in Indian rupee, in crores basically, how this segment is been representing here. Now, if I talk about specifically about India, so Indian medical device market is also growing. So you can see here this this part of India, which is representing various colors and is representing the market rate at the market rates which is there. So this market, which is in India, medical device market, it is one of the fastest growing market in the world. It is one of the fourth largest market in Asia, and this market is growing in India at a CAGR of 15%, and the import supply is about 77%. So here is the graph of export and import also till 2008 to 2009. So I found this data only from this reference which I have listed below also. So from this reference I have collected the charts and the graphs. So this is representing how it is growing until 2030 also it would be growing. Now, why do India needs the regulation part? So there are many challenges because of which the Indian government, Indian regulation or Indian medical device market needs these regulations. So first of all, in India, the medical devices are considered as drugs because according to the Drug and Cosmetic Act 1940 and the rules of 1945, the medical devices are considered as drugs. Moreover, one of the major challenges, there is a very lack of proper regulatory system is missing in India. There is a legal requirement for everything. There are many kind of harmonized standards, and there is no such online procedure which is there to see how like all because of all these challenges only India needs regulations, because one of the major challenges is the medical devices in India are considered as drugs. Now this is how the registration process in India takes place. So this is a medical device registration process. So the following this is the how the medical devices registration certification is being done in India. So this will include the 9 steps. The first of all, the covering letter, the authorization letter, the form 40, challan, power of attorney, the plant master file and the device master file of the medical device which has been there, wholesale license and free sale certificate of the medical device. So if the company has all these documents and all these criteria to be fulfilled, then only the medical device registration certification would be given to any person in India. So these are some of the more like procedures which is to be done, like manufacturing license, ISO certification, there's a quality assurance certification also, then CE examination certificate, declaration of conformity, and the last is the audit report. So if these documents are being cleared, then the certification would be given to any medical device company in India. If I could talk about the regulatory framework in India, then according to, I have told you that according to Drugs and Cosmetic Act 1940, it is considered as a drug. The medical devices are considered as a drug, and this is the central act which was being enforced by both the central government and the state government. This act basically come into force only once when it is extended to whole of India. So this rule has been replaced, and this regulation has been replaced in 2017 by medical rule device rule 2017. So now we will be discussing what were the changes which were there in medical device 2017. So major key changes which take place in 2017 medical device rule was three changes, which was the major one, that was manufacture, import, sale, and distribution of drugs and cosmetic part. So first of all, there was a whole process starting from the grant to submission is done through online portal. There is a CDSCO portal which is there. All the processes of this is being done on that particular portal. Then implementation of UDI, there is a unique device identification which is being done. Majorly risk classification, there's a ABCD classification in which the low risk to high risk is being identified through this. Actually, there's a list of all the devices, like there are catheters, there are implants, everything. There's a list which has been given which states that which device falls under which category. Whether it is class A low risk, like injections and all, they come under low risk category, so that is class A category. In high risk categories like MRI machines, magnetic resonance kind of machines, they come under class D. The product standards of medical devices, this was also one of the key changes of medical device rule 2017, and the grant of import licensing. So these were some of the major changes which happened in the medical device rule 2017. After that, there were few amendments which took place in 2020 as well. So what were that rules? So they were basically regulation of medical device. There were many. This was being improved from 2017. This regulation improved the quality standards. Then CDSCO portal, the registration of medical devices on CDSCO portal, I have already suggested the name. Then name of the company, manufacturer details, everything would have to be uploaded on the CDSCO portal to get the certification of the medical device. Then the certification of 13485, that is a quality management system. Then after that, low and moderate risk devices were there, moderate devices to high risk devices were there. So there was a timeline which was being given to these medical devices. So this was the major amendment which took place in 2020. So these were only some of the changes which took place. So this is only the difference table, that what changes were there from 2017, then 2017 rule, and 2020 rule, which amendment took place. So this is only about what I have told you. It is only the difference which has been shown here. Then I have told you about the risk classification of medical devices as well. So this classification of medical device was class A, class B, class C, and class D. Class A, I have told you, that is a low risk device. Class B is low to moderate risk. Class C is moderate risk, and class D is high risk devices. Then medical device rule 2017, it includes 96 rules, 12 chapters, 8 schedules, and 40 forms which was there. Like for example, there is example of class B medical devices, which is a low to moderate risk. So this was basically a example which is shown here, that if a class B medical device is there, the import licensing part would be given by CDSCO. The manufacturing licensing part would be given by state licensing authority, and permission to conduct the clinical investigations or clinical trials would also be given by CDSCO. Sale would be given by central licensing authority, and the QMS, the quality management system verification, would be given by central government. So this basically is the registration process of medical device. All of this is being given on the site here. So I have given the source also here, that www.cdsconline.gov.in. So this is the online registration portal where you can register the medical device and start the marketing in India when all the fulfillments are being done by CDSCO. So basically this overall I have to submittal here, because there are various processes which are there, like regulatory doses under form 18, then import licensing part, how there are various kind of standards which has been practiced. So this is the overall regulatory dossier which India is practicing now. And there are many more things which has been there, like clinical investigation part. There are many various kinds of licensing which is to be done, which authority is to be given the license and all. So all this would be covered under this particular presentation. So thank you very much. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you.